We're starting a project and we are going to choose an element and do the following with it. So if you look at this example here, you'll see that we start down here. You can see here, we're going to start with a tile from the periodic table of elements. So if I pop out of this really quick, you'll see that if I go, and you can do this on your iPad, type in periodic table. This is the periodic table of elements, and we're going to choose one of the elements. So if you choose any of them, like if I were to choose aluminum, you would see a tile here, and it would give you all the information we've been working on: the atomic number, the mass, the symbol, and the element. So we're going to choose one of those, as I was showing you, and we are going to excuse me, create a tile for it, like I had just shown you, like this one for polonium that Mr. Richard made. We are also going to create a little poster that goes with it. It's going to say the name. It's going to have 3 facts. I'll show you what those facts are in just a minute. And then it's going to have a diagram. Now, this is a really large element. I highly recommend that you choose something between 3 and 30. Now, if you want, you can go up to 80, but you're going to be drawing forever for your diagram. So I'd highly recommend you keep it between 3 and 30, and you can choose any of those elements. So what do you need to know about this project? All right, what you need to know is how many points it's going to be. There's going to be 4 categories worth 25 points each, so it'll be a total of 100 points. That's more than twice as many points as you have already in your course, so this is important. You'll get points for making sure that you have that card I just showed you. That's 25 if you have all the information and it's accurate. You're going to get points for diagramming the atom, drawing it and doing it accurately, and adding the labels like the P and the plus sign for protons, the N for neutrons, and the E and the minus sign for electrons. You'll get 25 points for the information on the poster. So making sure that it has those facts, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then you'll get 25 points for neatness, making sure you've spelled it correctly, laying it out in an organized manner, and making sure it's accurate and that the atom is drawn well. So if I go back here, let's talk about the step-by-step and what you need to do today. Now, this is going to be due on Friday, potentially Monday, but plan on it being due Friday. Today, what I want you to do first is to just research and sketch. Specifically, I want you to start by filling out your periodic table card. Again, it's the one that's right here that I've been showing you. Here's another example that a student made right here. But I want you to begin with that and get that done first. And again, you could just go to Google and choose your element, and then it'll give you all that information. One little note, you should round to the hundredths place. So if I zoom in here, the hundredths place is the second digit after the decimal point. Okay, so fill out your tile first after you choose your element. So choose an element. Step 2 is fill out your tile. The next thing you want to do is answer these 3 questions. So you might want to pause this video right now and take a screenshot, because this is step 3. You want to answer these questions. Is your element a metal, nonmetal, or metalloid? How is the element used or found, and something interesting about it? So let me quickly go back to the table here. Let's say I choose aluminum. Notice how aluminum is this green category. If I click on the green, it's going to highlight that, and it's going to tell me it's a post-transition metal. So I can put for my first fact that it's a metal. Let's say we're in the purple category. So if I click on the purple, that's a transition metal. If I go to the blues are non-metals. So you can see I just find that color and it'll tell me if it's a metal, metalloid, or non-metal. That's how you answer question 1. But let's go back to aluminum now. If I want more information, I can look over here on the right. And if I click on Wikipedia, I can find still more information. Like the second question, the answer to that is, how is your element used or found? Often we can find where it's found by something called natural occurrence here. You might find it under history as well. You might just need to look for use by pressing Command F. Like if I press Command F here, I can type in use. You'll see that it highlights different words, and I can pop between them and look for them. So that's one place that you might find how or where it's found and how it's used. Of course, you can look for applications to see for how it's used. If you're really stuck, you can ask, how is aluminum, or sorry, where is aluminum found? And we'll get some information that way as well. But try to use Wikipedia to the best of your ability. Okay, the last question is something interesting. So you're just going to have to read about your element and find a third additional interesting fact. Lastly, you want to actually draw your element. So this is a rough sketch. You just want to lay everything out on your poster, but do your best to draw your element so that you'll have it set up when I give you nice paper. And you can just use a scratch piece of notebook paper to do all this and a little piece of paper to do your tile, but that's it. So let's review. Choose an element, create the tile, answer the 3 questions that hopefully you took a screenshot of, and then draw your element. And if you do that, you'll be A-okay and on track with our project that will be due likely on Friday.